I have officially done it. I have joined the dark side of MechWarrior Online. Right now they have a sale on all the hero mechs, and so I finally bought a Piranha. These things basically have about 10 to 15 very tiny weapons, and they just backstab all day. Every single Piranha build basically wants to find some target that has very little armor in some spot, which is usually your back, and they just want to open you up and then chew on your insides with all their weapons. So I go help my Piranha buddy over here, and I get a little confused because I see a red box back there, but my target is right here, so my first shot kind of goes to the canyon wall, but then I realize this is a stealth mech. And the two of us just pick him apart. I do the thing I mentioned before where, it's kind of okay to overheat if you can slide behind something as you're overheating. Now, I should mention, this is my absolute first time playing any Piranha. I bought the hero mech, outfitted it, decided to see how it would do, and this is the match. This is the first one. So, I don't have any skill points. It's not going to perform nearly as well as it could, so I'm going to overheat like crazy. Part of it is the mech, part of it is my fault because I'm just not used to playing it. So we've got a target with two very large weapons here. Piranhas are 20-ton mechs. That's as small as it gets in MechWarrior Online, so they're paper thin, especially with no skills. So if this guy hits me with those two, LB-20s, I am completely screwed. Thankfully, Piranhas are very tiny, and I think a lot of people kind of give up on hitting them because they're small and fast, and in this case, there were much bigger targets around me for that person to shoot at.
Nice shot.
Now this time, though, I'm kind of out in the open. And if I'm not mistaken, I pay for it. Oh, maybe not. Okay.
I got her.
Yeah, I got lucky there. I shouldn't have exposed as much as I did. Oh, there's what I was thinking of. That's where they blow off my arm. So you saw that my arm went from undamaged to gone. So again, Piranhas, paper thin. They're just hard to hit.
Right, you got it. Oh, yeah, you got it.
Now we're kind of settling into the usual NASCAR. We run around the center of the ring. The Piranhas don't have jump jets on any of the variants, if I'm not mistaken. So you have to watch your, elevation, especially on a map like this. But you just kind of do what I'm doing right now. Shoot someone in the butt until they die. Or like we did to that Raven earlier, shoot him in the legs. The hero variant that's on sale right now is, I think, probably one of the better ones. There are some that are slightly better, but for the 30% C-bill bonus that you get for playing this one, I think this is really worth playing. And if you notice, I'm doing the Piranha thing again. I see he's missing one leg and the other leg is open, so I'm trying to get into position to take out that leg. Bam, he's gone. But like I was saying, this variant is great because it has a good mix of lots of energy hardpoints as well as lots of ballistics. You got half a dozen ballistics, so you could put machine guns on those, and then you fit, as many lasers as you want. I think it's got 9 energy hardpoints. So it's a 20-ton mech, which means, you really have to put tiny weapons on it. Very, very tiny. Oh, and there I lost my side torso. But since you have to put such small weapons on it, and you have to put a lot of them, or, well, you have the option to put a lot of them, most Piranha builds wind up fairly similar. You kind of run into ghost heat issues if you try to put too many of the same type of lasers on it, for example. So you wind up with something like this where you've got micro lasers and small lasers. I might do some more on the Piranha just because it's got some pretty interesting potential. But this was just a really crazy first match for a mech that I've never piloted before. I don't really like lights in general, just because I'm not very good at them. But I still managed to get a couple kills. I did pretty good damage for a light. No artillery strikes, and I still did 570 damage and took off 4 components. Now, granted, I got kind of hard carried by a couple of the other team members, the Stormcrow and the Bushwhacker. Did some really great damage. But overall, I had a lot of fun with this hero. I definitely recommend it.